My name's Doug Graham. I live down in Mitford Road, 43 Mitford Road. I've lived there 21 years and we've never seen a flood like this. It's been up the garden, but our house last night, when the flood was at its peak, late yesterday afternoon, there was 22 inches inside of the house. It's absolutely awash. The whole garden was covered. The whole of Ladies' Walk was covered. We've lost everything in the house at ground level. It really was. In fact, we were going on holiday today to Italy and we've had to cancel our holiday. My boat disappeared last night. It went down, it's gone down the garden. And I believe it's 3 doors down. I'll have to rescue it. But everything is absolutely chaotic. It really is. I've never seen anything as bad as this.
Hi, I'm Keith McHenry. We came back from France yesterday. Didn't know any of this was going on. This is my mother-in-law, so she's lived here for about 30 years. She lives probably as close to the river as you can get. It actually backs onto the river. The unfortunate thing was for Margaret, she was evacuated, but our little dog Lisa was actually left in the house and we couldn't get access to the dog and the dog died. The house is an absolute write-off, isn't it, Tracy? So it's a real shame.
Is this pleased that she's okay? Is this pleased that she was okay?
We're just pleased that Margaret's okay, and obviously we've been able to salvage something from her house. You know, she's a pensioner, and I think that's the important thing, and that Margaret's safe.
Hello, my name's Jim Scott. I live in Morpeth, down at Phoenix Court by the Leisure Centre. Yesterday we were sitting watching the TV and the door went and we got told we had 1 minute to evacuate the building, which we did so just in time because the water was cascading and flooding Phoenix Court very, very quickly indeed. And indeed has ruined the entire household and furniture and contents. Yeah, we stayed here all night Saturday night and we were very, very well looked after by all the staff. There was a doctor on hand, there was a nurse on hand, fire brigade got us bedding and pillows and quilts, and everyone rallied round. There was a good community spirit, and really it was a long night. Not a lot of people could sleep because we were so worried about what tomorrow held for us like.
I'm Dr. Alistair Blair from Wellway Medical Group at Morpeth. Got involved probably about 5 o'clock last night when I liaised with the pharmacy that was open within our surgery, where it was obvious that there was a need for medication for people who'd been evacuated from the homes without medication. It took a bit of time to be able to get here because I had to actually get a police boat to actually get through the floods to actually get up here. The police were very helpful. When we came here, there were quite a few people who needed urgent medications, which they obviously had left behind. There were also 1 or 2 people who medically really weren't able to stay overnight. We managed to get the air ambulance to take 2 of them to one spec hospital because they really weren't able to be accommodated here and would have been quite ill if they remained here. And then the rest were a case of just making people comfortable. Generally the spirits were very high and there was a tremendous amount of camaraderie. It tended to be quite a lot of the elderly who were the ones here. I think there weren't very many children, which was good news. The big issue I think is going to be over the next few days, because I think there's been a lot of solidarity and shared experiences and people have been fantastic. But I think once people go home and see the state that the house is in, I think then is the time that people are really going to feel traumatised by everything.
I'm Mrs. Valerie Hall, and got caught up in this mess, which a lot of people have. But we're back here now trying to make the most of it and trying to sort it out. When I first realised something was going to happen was yesterday morning when the rain had been on all night and I woke up and saw the river. I thought, oh, we're in for trouble. So I rang my son and said, you know, are you doing much today in case I need you? I think there could be a flood. Consequently, he said to his wife, oh, my mother's got a puddle in her garden, you know, because the... But never mind, he was available when I needed him, and he came and helped me get the majority of the stuff up the stairs out the way, because I knew it was going to happen. I was watching it, you know.
How were you rescued?
And then he had a job to get through with the finish. He decided he was going to have me out of here. I was prepared to stop because I've got 2 dogs as well, and the dogs were very fretful. But he came and he managed to get down. He had to leave his car up by the railway station and sort of wade his way through with the sort of wetsuit on. At first they weren't going to let him through, but he was adamant he would be through. And then as I got out and got up to the chest part of the water, lo and behold, a canoe came along, and I got in a canoe with me dog, and that was it. Away I went, and I stayed overnight in Bedlington, and come back to this mud and everything. But you know, the majority of stuff is upstairs, and it'll clean. You know, we'll get by.
Sam Prescott, one of the partners at the veterinary centre Morpeth, behind you. Yesterday we had the misfortune to be caught in the height of the Morpeth floods. Within our premises the water level rose quickly to 5 foot, and that obviously involved us having to evacuate all the hospitalised patients at very short notice. We had the good fortune that a number of staff members were able to pull together, and we brought the animals individually into one of the properties we own just along State Lane here, but unfortunately that was also involved in the flood. Everything was evacuated upstairs. There were a number of the patients were critically ill, needed basic care even to the point of just warmth, but obviously we had no electricity. Again, one of the staff members, one of the assistant vets, was able to provide a garden paraffin heater that we used to keep things warm, and at least kept them stable until the RNLI and the police evacuated us by boat at about 11 o'clock last night. They were excellent. They had no qualms at all about taking any number of patients and pets in the boat with them, and they escorted us through the flood. It was to a depth where they were having to swim us out, and then we were taken up to King Edward VI School, and again we were provided with an area we could keep the animals quiet, relatively calm despite their shock and stress, and we were able to tend to them there before taking them off again to our home addresses. Fortunately, one of the partners lives at a farm, so we're able to tend to all the assorted animals there, and then we've taken them down to our alternative hospital premises at Blythe today. We are in the fortunate position that we're able now to offer all the facilities that we did run from here and the other branches, and as of tomorrow, although things are going to be slightly compromised, we've had a large meeting today and we're going to be able to offer all the operative hospitalising facilities and consulting facilities we always have. We obviously are receiving a number of stories from numerous people in the area about the problems they've had, individual upset, leaving animals, the stress that their animals have been through. It is very difficult. On the whole, most household pets prove fantastically resilient, and so long as they've been kept dry, have had access to clean water, then they will be okay. But anyone who's concerned about their pets following a flood incident like this, especially if they've been exposed to flood water, be it cat, dog or any of the more exotic animal species, they should just seek attention from the vet as soon as possible.